We're going to do a slasher tournament.
Let's go.
So we picked 16 of the most famous slashers of all time, and we're going to randomize them, and we're going to just do 8, 4, 2, and then figure out the best one. And to kind of throw it up again, every round is going to be graded with a different category.
The first round is going to be graded by 2 categories because obviously we got to eliminate a lot more people in the first round than we do in the other rounds. So let's go ahead and get right into it. The first pairing that we have here is the iconic Michael Myers and the Leprechaun from the Leprechaun movies. Like we said, it was randomized.
Okay, and what are we judging on?
And we're judging this one on looks.
Okay.
And fighting.
Okay, so we decided the fighting would be if we had a bat and we had to pick which one of these we would fight. I feel like first round this one's going to be easy. I don't know about the rest of them, but this one's going to be pretty easy. Which one would we attack? So we've got Michael Myers and the Leprechaun.
And whoever we attack is the one that we don't pick. That's not the one moving on. Because this is who do I not want to fight,
Right.
Who am I running away from immediately? So we have Michael Myers and the Leprechaun. Looks-wise, I gotta go with Michael. It's classic. It's clean. It's got the mask. He's got the jumpsuit. It's easy.
It's been around for 50 years, give or take.
Exactly. So
Everybody knows it. The Leprechaun. Okay, the Leprechaun's creepy. I'm not sure he's scary.
No, I don't. I mean,
if you're putting,
his looks kind of weird.
And if you're putting like classic slashers, I think this is pretty much a no-brainer.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move Michael Myers on.
I'm also not fighting Michael Myers. That's not happening.
Well, if I had a choice between Michael Myers and a Leprechaun, I'm taking that bat after that Leprechaun.
Oh, absolutely! That thing's getting chased down that hallway.
I'm taking my chances with the Leprechaun.
All right. Second pairing, we have Sam from Trick or Treat and Chucky from Chucky. Okay. That's actually a pretty decent pairing. All right, looks-wise, who are you picking for looks on this one?
Gosh. Okay, so we did a haunted hayride, and they had a kid walking around as Sam, and it just wasn't scary.
No.
It just looked like a little kid. So I would say Chucky would probably have my vote for not wanting to fight and looks cool.
Yeah, I think looks definitely. He has that. I'm going back to he has that iconic look to him. But also, if I'm seeing a doll, I'm not going that way.
Especially There's no way. When he gets all tore up.
Exactly. If he starts provoking me, I'm running. I'm not doing that. I ain't fighting
I don't know.
him.
Okay, if he was going against anybody else, but Sam,
exactly.
I don't think Sam's very.
I'm taking him down.
Yeah. Oh, if he's the size of like a little kid, and I know a doll is too, but I think I'm taking that bat to Sam.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so we're gonna move Chucky on to the next round.
Chucky's moving to the next round. Round 3, we have Pinhead from the iconic Hellraiser movies.
Okay.
And Jigsaw from Saw.
Okay.
Now, we're not talking Billy the Puppet here. We're talking Jigsaw the person.
Okay.
So that's going to throw this up a little bit.
Well, Billy the Puppet's not real.
Well, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying.
So he's not like Chucky.
Common misconception, Jigsaw is not actually the puppet, guys. That's not the thing. It's a guy.
He's the mastermind.
Exactly.
He's
it's
like
a man.
the Riddler kind of character.
He's the Riddler of horror.
Well, I mean, am I wrong though?
No, you're right.
He kind of sets it up and lets other people do his dirty work. He doesn't really do a whole lot of damage himself.
I'm gonna say for looks, I'm gonna throw Pinhead in there because I think he's pretty cool, and I think he looks cooler than like Jigsaw does himself because it's just a guy.
Yeah.
So I think looks wise, I'm going with Pinhead. But fighting, I'm taking that bat to his face, like directly to Pinhead's face. There's no way
and he'd probably like it.
Oh, probably so. But there is absolutely no way that I'm getting mixed up with Jigsaw and his little traps. I'm not making it out of that, If I try to fight him and he gets a hold of me, I'm done. You know, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, if he gets some kind of drug in you and puts you to
I'm
sleep.
done. I am out. I am not running anywhere near him. He scares me.
I don't know, like Pinhead would probably take the bat and just like hit himself though.
Right, he might take himself out. I might just hand it to him.
We just give him the bat. He might take himself out.
So who do we think is moving on if we have one winner and one also winner?
I think maybe just to make it more interesting, let's move Jigsaw.
Okay. Let's move Jigsaw.
That's a pretty tough one, though.
That one is a tough one to move on. I feel like they compare very...
I'm going to say, I'm just kind of more curious to see like how he would make it to the next round.
Right.
But we're talking about Jigsaw with his traps,
yes.
not just dude standing there.
Right. Well, I mean, if I'm fighting them, they're all going to have like their infamous weapon. You know, like they're not just going to like fist fight me with a bat. You know, they're going to have something. Yeah, I'm good. Round 4, we have Ghostface. Okay. Everyone loves Ghostface. And Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. So that's a good pair because those are both regular guys.
You just got 2 regular guys. Or girls, because Scream has been girls before, too. That's true.
All right, this one, for me, looks-wise, is a no-brainer. Oh. Love Christian Bale. He's great. Yeah. But if you don't think Ghostface is moving on looks, I mean, you're crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
He is actually the most iconic slasher look ever.
And I think fighting-wise, they're both basically the same.
They are. I mean, I still think I would take my chances with Patrick Bateman more than I would Ghostface. Because here's my reason, okay? Ghostface, in the movies, is always someone you know. So they, like, know your moves. They know what you're going to do. Patrick Bateman's some guy. I've never met him before. But Ghostface is most likely going to be, like, somebody I know in real life. And I don't want that. You know, they're going to know my moves.
Yeah. So American Psycho is more of a sociopath.
Exactly. I'm taking my chances on that one.
Yeah, I think for me, looks alone, because I think everything else is pretty comparable. We're gonna move Ghostface through.
Ghostface is going.
Yeah, Ghostface to the next round.
Number 5, we have Jason Voorhees and Candyman.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But what if you don't say Candyman?
He just doesn't show up.
He just like if you never say his name, he just doesn't show up. So that'd be.
I will say his bees scare me quite a bit. I wouldn't want to be mixed up with his bees.
Yeah.
However, Jason is actually insane.
Well, you see the shirt. My vote's for Jason.
I don't even have to explain it. Jason is going.
Yeah, we're moving Jason to the next round.
All right.
But that's pretty interesting matchup.
That is a good matchup. The next round is Norman Bates from Psycho. We've all seen it. And Freddy Krueger from Nightmare Before Elm Street.
Well, do we need time for this one?
Freddy's going.
Yeah,
we know that.
Freddy moving to the next round. All right,
next round. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, Art the Clown from Terrifier. Love him.
Okay.
And Pennywise from It. We got the 2 clowns in one round. I like that. Let's hit the clowns.
So we've had like the 2 little people,
the 2 clowns,
the 2 regular people, and the 2 clowns. Okay, I think somebody was rigging.
I'm not. No, I promise you, it's random. I didn't do this.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, okay. I mean, Pennywise was kind of scary as a clown until everybody figured out it's like, I'm not scared of you, and he just dies. Well, Art's not going to be scared of Pennywise.
Oh, if I'm fighting, like looks, there again, because they're both clowns, they're pretty comparable looks-wise. I really like clowns, so neither of them really scare me that much. I do think Pennywise is more iconic, but honestly, Art's moving that way now, especially with Terrifier, so I think they're pretty tied on looks.
Okay, so Pennywise the clown, creepy. Pennywise the spider. I mean, it ruined the entire thing. Yeah. It's like, he's a space spider.
Don't read the book. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
But okay, don't read the book.
Especially the end.
Don't even look at it.
Forget it exists.
Yeah, no comment. If I have to fight them and they're both standing in front of me, first of all, Art the Clown is going to come for me whether I go his way or not. So I'm going to take my chances with Pennywise and call him stupid and try to run away before Art comes and finds me.
I hate you. I don't believe in you.
Right. I'm just going to call him dumb because if I ever try to fight Art, like, I'm gone. You know,
Yeah,
I'm
agree.
a goner in that situation.
We're going to move
Art's moving on.
We're going to move Art through. Okay, is that the end of the
No,
first?
we've got one more.
Okay.
Oh, talk about irony. We got
Okay.
one more very ironic one. Leatherface from Texas
Okay.
Chainsaw Massacre and Hannibal Lecter from
Okay.
Silence of the Lambs.
Molly.
I didn't rig it. I promise. I didn't.
Molly lying.
I didn't rig this. I promise.
The two cannibals.
The two cannibals.
I mean, Leatherface.
Okay.
I mean,
I agree. I like Leatherface a lot.
look, if I had to battle giant dude with a chainsaw or guy with fava beans.
I ain't taking the chainsaw. I know that.
All right, we're gonna move with Leatherface.
Leatherface
Yeah.
moves on. Okay,
All right.
Here is our current poll now.
Okay.
And we are going to move on to the next round. And our judgment for this round is going to be our kill style. So this
Okay.
is basically how they kill their victims and how creative they get with it. Because
Okay.
I feel like that's a big part of being a slasher. You got to have fun kills. If you're boring, I mean, I can't.
Well, so this is
handle
where
it.
like Jigsaw would really be strong.
Right. Well, don't
Okay,
spoil
my
it. We
fault.
got to get
My
there
fault.
first. Okay, first round. We have Michael Myers and Chucky. Listen.
Okay, so we're past the fighting. We're past the looks. Okay, so now we are just on how they kill.
Yes, their kill style only.
Well, I feel like they're both really similar.
They are really similar. I think, and maybe this is just me, but like Chucky's not super creative with his kills. They're kind of just,
and he's not really creepy either.
right. He's just kind of there.
He's just kind of a wild.
I kind of have that loyalty to Michael Myers on the kills. You know, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think they're really similar, but I'm gonna vote Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna move Michael through.
Michael's
the next round.
going on. Next round, we have Jigsaw and Ghostface, which I feel like isn't even a fair fight. You've got guy with a knife, and then
Or girl.
girl. I'm sorry, guys. And then
Now, what if it's all the Ghostfaces together?
I still feel like Jigsaw has more creative kills because Ghostface, you know, we got a little knife action. Okay, whatever, fine, but
Well, they had the garage door. the slowest garage door that they couldn't get out of.
okay, garage door or saw trap. I feel like
Yeah, Jigsaw. If we're just
I feel like
based on
Jigsaw
style,
has to go.
Jigsaw probably would have beat everybody this round.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I think he would be. This was his shining moment.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to be in a saw trap. You know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna move Jigsaw.
Jigsaw's
through.
going through. Now we have Jason Voorhees, and Freddy Krueger. Now this might be one of the most iconic pairs ever, and I'm surprised that we got it honestly so early. Jason has so many different weapons. He finds whatever he can get. He's got a mission. He's determined. And then Freddy Krueger just has his light claws. But he also attacks in the sleep, though, which I think is pretty cool because he can really mess with people like that.
As the Jason movies moved on, he was more creative.
Yeah.
In his kills, and of course, he has a lot more movies.
Well, now
too.
he's in space, and now he's in Manhattan, and now he's traveling the world, so he's got to get really creative with how he gets these people.
And he's like smashing people and cutting people and.
Are we giving Jason
3D,
the win
3D.
for character development? Because I think Freddy Krueger, and then when he started like being like a dream worm or whatever that was crazy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like Jason's kills scare me more than Freddy's do.
Yeah, I think this would be close, but I think I'm going to vote Jason.
I think Jason's going to go. And last round of this fun kill round is Art the Clown and Leatherface. Now this one's kind of tough too, because Art is, really hand home on that classic slasher vibe. He's gonna take an axe and he's gonna cut you up. He's gonna take a chainsaw, he's gonna cut you up. But he's gonna put you in a fun pose afterwards. He might.
You can put your sunglasses on or your glasses on.
He might use your head as a treat basket. You never know what he's gonna do. He's pretty creative like that. But Leatherface, he's got a chainsaw, but as much as I love Leatherface, are his kills creative?
And I would say Molly's probably one of the bigger Leatherface fans out there.
Absolutely adore Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you haven't seen the second one, go watch it. It's so funny and it's so good. And I am such a diehard Texas Chainsaw fan, and I just don't know that he's super creative with it, He's kind of the classic hillbilly cannibal character.
Yeah.
And he only uses a chainsaw for the most part.
I think he had a cleaver, didn't he?
He's like the butcher. But, he's not doing super creative things. He's stealing people's faces and all, but... I think...
He got a couple of different masks, yeah.
I think Art might be a little bit more creative.
All right, we'll move Art through, but that was a close one,
That is a very close one.
So there's a couple close ones, yeah.
That one was a tough round.
Yeah.
Okay, round 3. This is where it's going to start getting pretty difficult because we've got some of the best characters in here. And this round is going to be movies. Now, this is going to be hard. So this is movies.
Movie ratings.
Exactly. So it really doesn't have a whole lot to do with the character at all. It has more to do with what movies they came from. Now, the first round being Michael Myers and Jigsaw is an interesting round.
Okay, so we're talking about what's the better series, Halloween or Saw?
Yeah. Which movies would you rather watch? You have to sit down and watch the entire series of one of these.
The first couple of Halloweens were bad. Of course, they're also
from the 70s. Okay, they weren't very good at things like that.
They were just more suspenseful. I feel like, right. And Saul kind of jumped into right away was a different type of suspense.
I did recently watch Halloween 1 again, about 2 days ago, and it is horrendously bad. It is a bad one.
It's slow.
But then you have the Rob Zombie remake, which is pretty good. And then you have the newer movies of Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, which are pretty okay.
Okay. If
but then you have to pick Saw. I'm also going to defend Saw here that it was newer, and I think Saw 1 has to be the most iconic torture movie of all time. Yeah. But they had Saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9.
Right, and that weren't nearly as good as the first one.
Gosh, this is tough.
This is a tough round.
I'm gonna vote Saul.
Really? You're gonna
if I have to
betray
pick
Halloween like that?
If I have to pick just one to watch and I have to watch all of them,
you're gonna pick Saw?
I'm gonna be more entertained by Saw than Halloween, because you're talking about half the Halloweens are remakes.
That's true. There's no remakes of Saw.
So yeah, and I we're Rob Zombie fans, and I don't think Rob Zombie's movies were that much better than the original movies, and the fact that, I'm talking about story and things like that. Yeah. And the fact that either he has to be supernatural, which he's not supposed to be, or he's just a luckiest son of a gun walking around, kind of is and then you got Jigsaw, who just plays lots of games. And
I'm also going to say, because, I don't know when else on this channel I'll ever actually get to talk about Saw, because that's kind of a super weird topic. But Jigsaw kind of had a point. He was like, these guys really messed up. I'm going to give you a chance at life. I'm going to, you have to pick whether you're going to kill yourself or kill somebody else. And so he's not even really the killer here. he's just full of anger and rage, you know? I think...
Piss and vinegar.
Exactly, that's him. That's literally him. And especially with Saw 10, if you haven't seen it, definitely go see it. It kind of gives more story on Jigsaw and like how he's passing on his legacy. And honestly, I think Saw is moving on too.
All right, so we're gonna move Jigsaw to the finals.
I mean, I think we have to.
All right.
I think we have to.
Who
would have thought?
I'm sure none of you guys saw that coming because I didn't see it.
Watch,
coming.
they're gonna get us in the comments. They're gonna be like, "That was crazy! Don't do that.
You stupid."
All right, now if you thought we were stupid before, just wait for this one.
Before we get to that, we plan on doing a couple of these, so because you can see how changing up the factors would like changes up the entire tournament.
Right.
Like if these would have been put in a different order, like Jigsaw probably would have been knocked out
immediately,
fairly quickly.
Right. We'll do another one. If you want to give us some categories to throw in our randomizer, go ahead because I'd love to do this again.
Yeah.
Moving on though, because we're almost to the finish line.
Okay. What we got?
Is that we have Jason Voorhees.
Okay.
Now keep in mind these are movies, so Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Versus Art the Clown.
Terrifier.
Terrifier.
Wow.
Whew.
The.
Now, this is a tough one. This is genuinely might be the hardest one on here. Friday the 13th, there's a million of them. There's so many of them. Like we said,
but how many have been good?
That's debatable. But like we said in the last round, like they're starting to get pretty creative with them and really evolve them. But on the other hand, you have Terrifier, which is one of like the newest slashers on the scene that has literally taken the horror world by storm.
But is it because the movie's good?
Or is it because the character's good?
But, yeah, I think it's just the newest flash in the pan. Because there really hasn't been a whole lot. I mean, you got Strangers and...
You have a couple,
but none of those have produced an iconic character.
While we're filming this, by the way, Terrifier became the highest grossing unrated film in the entire country today. Yeah. So...
And we have 2 videos on Terrifier, by the way. We'll link those.
But
for this one, though, it's like...
I love Terrifier.
Could I say Terrifier is better than Friday the 13th?
I'm going to go absolutely off the rail here as the number 1 Terrifier fan. Right behind Texas Chainsaw. It's not quite there yet. But we're getting there. I'm voting Friday the 13th. Because when you see that first movie... And you see, and I know Jason's not the killer in the first. It doesn't matter. Okay,
but you spoiled it.
Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry.
I
can't believe I spoiled Friday the 13th one. Oh no.
All right, I will say this. Let me kind of throw this.
But that jump scare at the end, is so iconic.
When I was very young, and I saw. When Friday the 13th went to HBO, like right when HBO was becoming a thing. So this is a long time ago.
Guys, this is back in the 1800s. Like, we're pushing it way back.
1512. And I lived in a 2-story house when Jason jumped up out of the water. Because I thought the movie was over with, and I was young at the time. I was young.
Right.
I jumped up, ran upstairs, and slammed my door. That's how much it scared me. So for that factor alone, are
we gonna agree that Friday the 13th is better?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
All right, I think
All right, so what's that gives us Friday the 13th and Jigsaw or Saw.
So,
and what's the last category?
The very last category we have is
kill count.
Kill count.
Oh well, that's not even a discussion then, because how many people did Jigsaw actually kill?
Not as many as Jason did, that's for sure.
Okay, well that was easy.
If you want to know for sure, I'm going to give him a little hype here. Go watch Dead Meat on YouTube. They do kill counts of all of these movies. If you want to go and not watch the whole movie and you just want to see how many kills they do, love that channel. Yeah. It's absolutely phenomenal. But I think in our tier, I think Jason won.
Well, that's kind of how it falls sometimes. And if that's the final category, then that's an easy one.
If y'all want another one, absolutely throw it in the comments. This was really fun,
Yeah,
and I
it was
loved
a good
it. And or if you want like other characters, throw some like niche characters
or
in
either
there.
even
or movies,
categories, comic books,
anything.
Yeah.
Like these are super fun. If you've made it this far and you're like, guys, these people are stupid and boring, go ahead and tell us. That's awesome too.
Yeah, or if you just like the girl and you wish the old man would shut up, that's fine.
That's also
Or the
fine.
other way, if you like the guy
Right, and you think
want the
I
girl,
should shut up and leave, that's fine too. We
Right.
support all people on this channel.
Hey, we'll see
We'll
you next
see
time.
you later.